How are we? Oh, look, I've got my new stand going. Thank you to one of you who was trying to send me some templates. So if you're the person who is trying to send me creative grids, templates, and Amazon tried twice, I didn't get them. So I finally just pulled them off of my wish list. Instead, I got a stand to replace my old stand. I bought the identical same stand. So, but thank you. I want to start off with that. Also, a very special thank you to Norma. She sent me a beautiful card. I have it downstairs, and she sent me to buy some batting and some supplies that I would need for these twin quilts. So thank you so much, Norma, and good morning, Melanie and Annette and Katie. And we have Jamie from the quilting compound. I also got a generous donation of 7. Look, I have it. Oh, they're over there. Well, here. I got, is this it? I don't know. It's polyester batting. So I got a twin size of that. And I also got, is it 6? I think it's 5 or 6 cotton twin size batting. So thank you so much. And as they're coming in, I'm quilting with that other money that I got from the other lady. I got to quilt 3 more, twin size battings. Batting has gotten expensive. I've actually calculated how much it is going to be to finish these teen quilts, and it's like, if you can get the batting on sale for $20, you're like doing good. And then you figure you need 3 3/4 yard of fabric for backing. And so yeah, even when I went to buy twin sheets this week and I was looking for twin sheets on sale, they were quite expensive too. So, but we're gonna get there. I've made more backings. I really think my honey, he helped me clean my room. So my room is nice and clean. The floor, he ripped everything out. He vacuumed everything. And so I definitely needed that. He also helped me put stuff away. We cleaned that donation closet. I have a donation closet. So a lot of things that get sent will go in there for me to use. Because it's more of a yardage situation. I have lots of scrap, I have small pieces. Sometimes I have big pieces, but for the most part, they're small pieces. So we reorganized that, and then I went through my stash and added more to the donation, and it felt good to purge what I had here also in there. I mean, I use everything in this room. I use mine, I use the donation stuff, but if I find like bigger yardage, I've been putting it in the donation, and so I got to make more backings. So that was good. So when we went through stuff, so basically in this room, I just have little pieces here and there. I pulled everything out that was big, and I think I could make it happen. So I pulled out, also we went through my tops. So we went through the tops, and he even labeled everything. So I have all my tops that are throw size, all my tops that are bigger, that's a full and up, or a queen and up. I don't have many of those. I have the small tops that are small projects. And I really don't have any more twin size because I pulled everything out. It was twin. Let's see. Good morning. And then, yes, Jessica just was getting there. And then Jessica emailed me, and she's sending me 19 tops. 9, not like 19, but 9 tops. Yes. So I'm excited by that. Excuse me. And I have my thing running. So what do I have on here? Someone said that I had something on here. So I went ahead and I took the polyester. As the batting is coming in, I'm trying to get this. And so far I've been able to long arm 1 quilt a day. So I did 1 yesterday, 1 the day before. But I have a total, I would say, dredge, good morning, about, I think 5. I'm up to 5 that I've long armed. And this one, what I did is over the weekend, I just added a 2.5-inch strip to the existing one. And I think it looks cute. It's got polka dots. It kind of mimics the polka dots in the actual fabric. It's just black and white polka dots. I have a bunch of scraps. So this is what you normally find in my sewing room, right? Okay, in my area. So I had this, and as you can see, I put that in here, and I had this. So I took anything that was black and white, polka dot, and I cut it up into 2.5-inch strips and put that all the way around. It's great. It's great. I'm purging now all the scraps. This is really a great project for me right now. Really great project. So that's on there. And so when we went through all the buckets, we found more tops that they're not quite twin size, but we can make it. And we have, that is a lovely, oh yes, that's that one. So we have this. This was one of my samples that I made for Fabric Cafe a long time ago. And I used to put all the fabric that I made the quilt, the extra, in with it. And so when I found this, I was like, oh, I can extend this. So last night I was trying to figure it out. And of course, last night I didn't write it. So we're back to square one. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put, I think it was a 4-inch, I don't know, I have to look through, 4-inch border around. I have to extend this to 9 inches on both sides and top and bottom. So I'm going to start with this, then put a skinny border of this, and then finish it off with this. And then we should get to a twin size. So that's what I'm working on this morning, is enlarging that top. Bless you, thank you. Yeah, so that's what I'm up to. I really, other than that, I just long armed this one, and then I long armed one other. I really didn't do very much this weekend. I had family over. My daughter came for a quick visit yesterday, and on Saturday we had to run errands, and I just needed rest. Honestly, I just needed rest. I woke up late on Saturday, which is a good thing. It's a good thing to wake up late. Oh, this I have to do this. Hold on, I'm just turning things on. I have to go ahead and press this stuff. I got into the shower to make sure that I'm going to be ready for school. I was cutting it close. I made it to school on time, but I was cutting it close. Vlogger, hello. All right, so I'm going to press this. This is, let's see how many inches this is. This is 26 inches, and I need 6 is what I figured to go around there. Right, let me make sure it's, yes, 26 inches, and that is on both. Let me make sure. Yes. So we have 26 inches divided by 6, which would give me 4.3. So we're going to do 4 1/4 inch because every little bit counts. YouTube isn't letting me share or thumbs up. Well, we're having all kinds of problems right now. You are under the sea. I see an octopus. Spoke to Melanie yesterday. She's working up pillowcases. Well, thank you so much. I don't know. There's all kinds of outages going on. We tried to turn on the TV. Everything kept saying that there was a network error. Oh, well, thank you, Melanie. And, you know, if you still have baby quilts, you still can send them to me. She'll still take them. Because if the lady at the hospital will not take, it's like she's done with them, the lady at the shelter said she will take them. So, just saying. So yeah, so I am going to reach out to the lady to see if they made their 100 quilts yet, and check in with that as well. But yes, so if you're still working on those, that's fine. Here we go. Add a question and answer sticker, favorite type of fruit. Oh, that's cool. I just got this thing that just came up. I have 3 baby. Okay, great. Good morning, Aunt Beth. Okay, so, oh, wait, it disappeared. Oh, I wanted to know how to do that. Something came up but said I can ask a question, Q&A. And then it says try it, but then now it's gone. Let's see. Yep, it's not letting me. Let's see. Oh, look at this. They just added something else here. Live chat is on. Here. You know what? No, I don't want to do that. They're adding all new things now. It just went away, so I can't even add it now because I was going to try it and add it. It'll come up again or not. Here we are. So I'm going to go with, what did I say I needed? 4 1/4. So let's, I don't know where is my thing? Oh, it's right in front of me. Oh my gosh, apparently I'm still not up yet. Friends, hit the like button. Some people are having issues. I don't know. I believe that there's issues because I couldn't watch anything. We were trying to watch some, you know, just live TV and it was not allowing us. They did let us, the Stars app was working, so I did get to watch the last episode of Blood to Blood, Outlander. You just tap your screen and it will give her the thumbs up. All right, so we're gonna go with 4 1/4, and because every bit counts, it'll get us to what we need. Now, I'm not gonna go crazy that it has to be exactly, you know. Oh, let me show you, Pat. I'm going to show you all the Quilt of Valors. I did finish that this weekend. So let me show you the Quilt of Valor. I'm almost done cutting the first bit here. Oh, no, don't do that. I don't like when that happens. Stay put. I talk to my fabric. I'm sure you all do the same, right? We talk to our fabric when it's not behaving. All right, so perfect. I have 4 1/4 for 6 of them. Okay, it doesn't want to behave. It just shifted. Shifty shift. No shifty shift. All right. Stop it. If I could ground them, I would. There it is. All right. This is what's left. This is my scrap that's left after 4 1/4. Tapping my screen and pauses it. So here we are. I have my strips ready. All right. I don't know what's going. These strips are not where I want them to be. Let's put that there. All right. Now I'm going to take off the selvage so I can get them ready. And then I'm going to show you the Quilt of Valors. I'm going to go the other end. Here we are. So the selvages were off. One was really like, it wasn't folded. It was folded straight, but not together. So I had to do it this way. I have to maximize everything. Every little inch matters now. There we are. All right, so we have this. This is ready to be put on. Let me get the Quilts of Valor. Where are they? Here they are. All right. So I'm going to make a little video about it. And I started making a video of creating this. And then when I went to, I noticed my screen was black. I was like, what is going on? It never videoed because I had done it in real time. Okay. Oh, you are a blessing. I hope you got my message. When I got the last one, they were just lovely. You know, I was wondering if you got the last one, so somehow I must have missed that. But that's okay. Are you doing this from home? Heath, yes. Hello, Heath. Yes, I am. All right, so what I did, and I can't go back because, so I had made a thumbnail. I'm still going to do it. I had the thumbnail. It was a backing. And then I showed you how to cut it and reinvent it into a new quilt. But that didn't happen, so I'm going to show you what happened here. All right, so let me put this up, and I'm going to move the camera. So I'm moving the camera just so everyone is aware. I am moving the camera. There we are. Now I have this cord I have to... It is a lot. It is a lot. So there, I'm going to span the camera. Let's put it like that. I think you can kind of see. So what this was, this back was just this with all this blue. So what I did is I went ahead and cut, and you could see the line still. I folded this in quarters, pressed it all, made sure it was all square, and then I cut a chunk. So I cut this, which was 24.5 inches. And then it left me with another 13 inches, and I cut these at 6.5. So you got me, I cut here, and then now I have actually cut two sides, because this is wider, I got 4 6.5 inch long strips. So this was here, I added this white, I put this back onto here. A is Incognito sent me this. So, hi Heath Slater, thank you so much. Remind me of my mom. Hope your day goes amazing. Well, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. It's all going for good cause. So I added on this because she sent me a yard of this. So I added that onto the sides. I still had 2 more rows of this because I didn't have enough of this to put on the side, so I put that on the top. Now, I hope you can use this, Pat. It is cool. I think maybe someone that's maybe in the Navy, because it has a lot of like anchors and beach scenes. I mean, you do what you want to do with it, but that is my thought. I love that. So here we are. I will send you another note. I need to send Annette a note too. I will do that today when I go to my private time. No problem. Hi, Rita. Good morning. Welcome in. I always thought a Quilt of Valor had to be some type of blocks with designs of some type. I love that, what you did. Wow. So I thought so too. And then when I went, not this past time, but when I went to festival, right? Quilts, the International Quilt Festival, not 2025, but 2024, the lady's like, no, you could just take a panel, literally put a border around it, a nice big border, and just quilt it. It's fine. I was like, really? Does it have to be complicated? She says, no, strips, you could do strips. You could do whatever you want. We just need the quilt. I was like, oh, okay. If you make a video on that, I could pre-cut some, and as we go, we'll make those. I mean, it really all started from a backing, and you'll see it on the thumbnail. So you could take something that you made previously and reinvent it. So that's what I did. I reinvented this. backing. As long as it's red, white, and blue. But then I just found out it doesn't necessarily have to be red, white, and blue. So go figure. So now here's the second quilt of Valor that will be going to Pat. And this is easy to put together. So I'm going to just have basically a discussion, a Quilt of Valor discussion video, because obviously that didn't work out when I tried to video that one. Okay, let's go up with this. And here we are. Now we have this one up. And they have to be 60 by 80. Same as the teen shelter quilts. Hello, Joydy. Oh, no, it goes to, I mail mine to Pat, and they do it there. All right, so this is my next one, and I'll have a discussion about this. Basically, what happened here, oh, I have some, what happened here? I have some loose threads, so that's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to take those off before, where did they go? Here they are. This is probably from when I seam ripped. There we go. All right. So again, this was little scrappy pieces. This is a printed Dresden. I did not make this. This is a printed Dresden. These were scrappy pieces of Dresden I had. I just bordered them. And some of the scrappy Dresden pieces, some borders are skinnier, some borders are bigger, because they were all scrap pieces. So I just maximized what I had and just added blue. As you can see, we did not have enough blue. So I ended up, and I had to, and I know this matches, but that's how it is. It kind of gives it a little bit of a charm, because now it looks intentional. Don't mind all the strings here. Like here, it does it here too. But I used the red that I had. Because I had a lot of this red, but now I have like none of it, because I basically used all the scraps. All right. So it's a basic 4-patch. Okay, here's another one. It's a basic 4-patch and a bordered piece of Dresden, printed. So it could be anything. It could be another fabric, whatever. It was really simple to put together. These are 9.5-inch blocks, because I used 5-inch. I used charms, like I cut it into charms. So it was 5-inch. So 4 or 5-inch gives you the 4-patch. And then whatever your middle thing is, just throw a border. Take a 9.5-inch ruler right on top of it, go around and cut off the excess. That's how I did it. And then I put it together. And then I had some more of this fabric, so I went ahead and put, I think it's a 4-inch border. And it is 6 across by 9 down. No, by 8 down. Let's see. Pat says, you can mail to me. We have a great need. Our area went from 15 quilts awarded last year to 80 this year. They can be other colors too. We had a veteran wanting an orange quilt, Detroit Tigers fan. I don't have an orange one. I'd give it to you. Their long armor will make it patriotic. So this was simple, super simple to put together. But I said I was only making 2 quilts of Valor. That's what I said. Actually, I said I was going to make 1. Then I came up with that backing. I was like, oh, I can make this a quickie. And it was a quickie. Okay. And I said, okay, I'm done unpacking that. And as we were cleaning, I did buy some stuff at the Frugal Fabrics. Yes, I bought stuff at Frugal Fabrics. I don't count that as a big fabric purchase, because, you know, Frugal Fabrics is somewhat of a thrift store. So, remember I showed you my bucket, and my bucket was, it looked like it needed help. Well. So I still have some Dresdens. Look at that. And I pieced these Dresdens. They were 2 pieces from scrap, and I kind of, I sat there and I matched them. And I have some of those in here. You can't even notice. This one here is a pieced one. So it's not happening this time around, Pat. But the next time I go with, I have one more quilt for you. It's over there. I haven't shown it yet. But this is fabric for future Quilts of Valors. Look at this. I found this there. This said Department of the Air Force, United States of America. There's a yard of that. So I will be using that. And I still have some of this left over. So I'm pairing these together. And these are my scraps from this quilt. So I still have some scraps I could use. And I bought this, but I've already used most of it. This is what's left of this. This is stuff that I had in my stash. You'll see that I used it on the other quilt. And then I have this, I don't know. This is like little tiny pieces. Red, but this is what they had, and I took what they had. I bought what they had. I mean, they sell all size pieces. So I was basically looking for anything that was red. I got that. These are like quarter inch, quarter yard maybe. These quarter yard pieces. This is a quarter yard. I don't know. They had this piece I bought and this piece. And then the best, these are the charms. I still have some of these charms left over from the last visit. I was there. I got that. This is old. And then I have these. These rolls were $4. They're like a half jelly roll. So I'll do something with that in the future. And then I will show you the, oh, here. I have, this is leftover from the quilt I'm about to show you. This is leftover from the quilt I'm about to show you. I bought this piece. And this was here. And there was this little piece. I went ahead and threw that in there. So I have some things to play around with. A lot of it is scrap sizes, but it's okay. We will use them up. Okay, so now Pat, this she gave me. She gave me these. I did not have to, those I paid for. She did not charge me for these. They are addictive and healing, such a blessing us as quilters can do for veterans that are so much in need. And those are still, that's why I bought them. They only had 2, but she gave me these because as I was checking out, she's like, oh yeah. She says, I have some panels that were donated and we have way too many panels. And she said, I just happened to, because she says the patriotic panels normally they just don't go. So she said she had, oh, let me put some. She had some, and that because I buy from there all the time when I need these donation quilts, I always stop there first. She gave me these. So she's like, it's up to you if you want to use them, but take it. They're kind of patriotic. They have little flags on them. There's like a quilt on there. I think this is a Debbie Mum. I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking I could do something with this. Here is the other side. I love that it has a chicken and a duck. I'm tickled pink. Yes, that would be a lovely veterans quilt. Good. It's not going to happen right now. But so as you can see, the next time I start doing, I already have stuff for the Air Force quilt, for this quilt, and then she gave me 2 panels. I mean 3 panels. So this is 2. Number 1 you haven't seen yet because it's over there. Now, this is not necessarily patriotic. She even told me that. But it has red, white, and blue, and she thought it may make something nice for our ladies as well. It does have a flag there in the corner. See? Most of them don't have a flag. You know, some of them do. But it is all red, white, and blue. She says, even if you can't use it for Quilt of Valor, she says, I know you'll put it to good use. And so we have that. So what do we think? That's cute. Hi, Deb. We're good. So I'm thinking this is okay, right, Pat? Somehow I incorporate this into a quilt. Let's see. Remember, the long arm can make it patriotic. Yes, those are perfect. Great. Hi, Regina. So we have that. Now that comes to what I'm working on now. Besides the teen quilts. All right, let me show you. So I had that fabric I just showed you. Let me put this away. I mean, most of this is scrap, but you know what? We could cut this up and just make patchwork and make it happen. This thing was so easy. I was thinking I could take all these little pieces and just border, make a 5-inch in here border, and then the 4 patches, and then use up all this next time. All right, I'm putting this away. I have to put things away. If not, my room is going to get messed up. And honey spent all day Saturday helping me with this room. I couldn't leave my bucket to be so miserably low. So we have this fabric. Okay, so I'm going to give you measurements of this because I don't know 100% if it's going to work, but in my mind it does, and in the math when I drafted it is going to work. So these are 8 3/4 inch squares. And then I have 8 1/4. That goes aside. Right? 8 1/4. Yes, 8 1/4. That goes aside. This is 8 3/4. This is 8 1/4. 8 3/4. And then these are, what is going on here? This is 8 1/4. Did I do something funky here? I might have not cut enough, and I thought I cut enough. Oh well, we'll figure it out. And then I have this fabric that I showed you. So I don't know what I did here. I may have to cut more fabric. This is why you should not cut fabric when you're tired at night. So basically what I'm trying to do here is make a sawtooth stars. Okay? And I'm trying to do that, and this is the panel that she gave me. Ready? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? These were individual. She gave me these 4 in an individual. That. And then they repeat again. So I have 4 of these. So my thought is, remember that when I did that quilt that I had that I already sent it to Pat, and it was all patchwork, and there was these big sawtooth stars, and I don't remember what I did. Well, I think I'm going to resurrect that pattern again. I'm going to take these 4 and make half square triangles. That's why I have 8 3/4, because I'm going to trim them down to 8 1/4, because this is 16 inches. That's all I could get, 16 inches, and I didn't want to cut it down anymore because then I'd cut through some of this. So my thought is to make these sawtooth stars, like, you know, something like this, right? And then put patchwork from my scraps. So that's why I'm fine with the scraps. That's why I bought a bunch of little pieces they had there. I bought anything they had that looked like patriotic. And I'm going to either use strips, because I bought those strips, and just strip things, or I'm going to patchwork them in. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but that's what I'm going. I know these are going to be sawtooth stars. I don't know what's going to go in between them or how they're going to remain. That fabric goes great with the panels you select. Yes, they do. They go really nice with them. And so I'm excited. So now we're up to 3 quilts of valor when we were supposed to start with 1 for Veterans Day. It's all good. It's all good. It's all going for a good cause. I'm having fun. So now we're going to go and I'm going to start working on the teen quilts because I got that going on too. I'm going to move my camera and we're going to go, hi, Raven. So again, bye. Bye, Joyce. Hi, Joyce, and bye, Joyce, because I feel like I didn't say hi to Joyce. I'm moving. All right. And here we are. So I have everything going on. I'm all cockeyed. That gray glide thread, that's what I've used so far on all the 5 that I long armed, and I still have a little bit more gray. I love that stuff. It just blends in so nice. It's like the gold blends in too. So I'm excited for that. Okay. So what we're going to do is I am going to border. We're going to stick a border around here. I'm just looking and making sure that I've got. So how was everyone this weekend? I definitely needed a weekend break. I needed to rest. Going back to work is more of a doozy than I thought it was going to be. So we have these. I'm going to take this and put this aside for right now. And this morning, what do I have to drink? I have decaf chai. It smells good. So when we were out doing errands, I found this mug on clearance for $5. So I was excited, but that's super hot. I've got to move this. I'm not into those things, but I'm into them now because it's going to hold a lot. Those panels will be great to make a pillow top or a pillow to go with the quilt. Yes, they would. But we need those quilts more than we need the pillows. Right, Pat? Unless you want pillows. Cool gray glide picks up over any color. My hubby uses that the most. So I know they would make fabulous pillows. Believe me, I agree with you. It's just that I really don't have a lot of patriotic stash. Busy weekend. I had a wedding on Saturday and a dinner at friends and Sunday, and I got no sewing done. Well, you know, those strips I bought. The jelly roll. That's going to go good with your pattern, Jamie, because you use a whole jelly roll, as you say. I think those are mini. So I think that those 2 minis can make another quilt. I've already done a quilt of valor using your pattern, but I loved how quick and easy it is that we're going to go for round 2. So Pat, you should definitely, I know when you showed your Quilt of Valor group, quilt ideas, go to the quilting compound and go to the jelly roll one that Jamie just put up on jelly roll day, because one of the quilts I sent you in the last batch I used making that, and one not this time around but the next time around will be that as well. I say that, I say that next time, but sometimes you never know. You might end up with more than 3 when we started with 1. Yes. Yes, go there because I'm telling you, that one is a good Quilt of Valor. It's an easy sew. right, so we have this. Let's move on to some of this. What do we have going on here? So we did this guy. Let's do this one here. Ready? What is this plant? Can you see? And then we'll learn more about the plant. We have tulip. Yes, it's a tulip. Ready? True or false? All tulips have 6 petals. All tulips have 6 petals. True or false? And what are we saying? Time for me. Bye, Annette. What does that say? All tulips have 6 petals. True or false? Pat, are you in a rush to get these quilts of Valors? It's a question I have because I was trying to get them to you before Veterans Day, but if you're not in a rush, I've got something in mind, but it couldn't happen until Veterans Day, so, or after. This weekend, again, I don't think I'm going to be doing any lives. I actually have to, oh, look at that. I actually have to, I have a family event I have to go to this weekend. So I'll be traveling, and it's too much. I'm not traveling with a sewing machine this time around because it's such a quick travel. Though I am going to be in Joe's neck of the woods. I wonder how far she is from where I'm going to be. That's the Vintage Style by Joe. Let's see. Faults. Hi, Barbara. Faults. I will write to you today. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the answer is true. All tulips have 6 petals. Okay, number 2. The tulip is not native to which of these countries? The tulip is not native to which one of these countries? A, Germany, B, Iran, or C, Japan? Boom. I'm sewing without any bobbin. The story of our lives, right? Okay, so I made bobbins this weekend. So I have now 12 bobbins all ready to go. Okay, here we are. sure I got that on there. And what do we have here? Good morning, Michelle. How are you? So the tulip is not native to which one of these countries? A, Germany, B, Iran, or C, Japan? And the answer is, let me see if anybody knows out there. I guessed Iran, Japan, and the answer is Germany. Germany is the answer. I would have not guessed that. What country experienced a massive demand for tulips, known to economics as tulipomania in the 17th century? What country experienced a massive demand for tulips, known as tulipomania in the 17th century? Let's see. Well, it's a place that if you visit or if you watch Amazing Race or anything like that, you see fields and fields and fields of it. It's beautiful if you see the pictures from this country. Yep, the Netherlands, Holland, absolutely. Absolutely. I would love to go there when they are in bloom. When I visit. One day I will visit, and I want to go when it's that season. Hi, Raven. Okay, so next. Ooh. I do not like this animal or this insect, so let's learn about it. Here it is. What is this insect? I have a little bit of PTSD with that animal, with that insect, because I had a situation with that insect. And it gave me paranoia. I still have the paranoia to this day. Oh, the huge tulip festival. Yes, praying mantis. Absolutely. You can come to Holland, Michigan. I can't see the message, so let's see. Deb will review the message for me if she's on here still. It's hard. She got her little pugs in the morning to take care of, and honey. She's one busy lady. If you are not subscribed to Deb's channel, okay, I'm gonna go look. Okay, show. Daddy Longlegs. Hi, Jennifer. Go ahead and subscribe to Deb's channel. Deb, if you're on here, drop your link. Drop your link, because I know you can, because you're a moderator. So drop your link, please. We've got to get her to 500 already. Got to get Deb to 500. So when she's aware, or anyone else on here is on here, drop her link, drop your own link. Annette left, but she also needs to get to 500. She comes back on, she'll drop her link. I wish I could drop everyone's link, but Problem is I can't. There we go. Now it's, that person is gone for good. That person was not being nice first thing this morning. So the praying mantis, imagine this. Oh, there we go. Deb is dropping her link. So you see that blue link? If you are not subscribed to Deb, go over to her channel and subscribe. Same thing with any other moderators on here that have a channel. I wish I could do it. When my daughter came, her honey fixed my computer. Because remember, it was acting out, so he fixed it. So he fixed it. I'm happy about that. So imagine this. I'm a little girl, probably about 7 or 8 years old. I lived in Brooklyn, in the city. Brooklyn, okay? In a time when nobody really wanted to live in Brooklyn. Now it's been gentrified and everybody in the world wants to live where I live in Brooklyn. And in the middle of the night, I feel something crawling on me. And I scream. And my parents come in, turn on the light, and it was a praying mantis. Not what one would see in Brooklyn. I don't know where that praying mantis came from because we don't have those things in Brooklyn. Like up here, yes. Up here, that would be normal to see a praying mantis up here. Okay, that would be a normal thing. Not in Brooklyn. That's not a normal occurrence in Brooklyn. So, yeah, so needless to say, after that, I was petrified of praying mantises. And then my daddy was telling me how they're a protected insect. You can't kill them. So he caught it with something, opened up the window and let it out. And he had how they're very special, trying to get me to not be like afraid of it and all this stuff. I was still terrified. I had such trauma from that to this day. I still have the trauma from that. And I know they don't harm you, and they're, you know, we actually hatch them at school. But yeah, but as a little kid in Brooklyn, seeing something like that, it's not the most attractive looking insect. And it's big. It was a big sucker. Yeah. So praying mantis and I go back, way back. And, but since that happened, I have to sleep with something on my head. Like I have to be completely wrapped up because I'm so afraid of anything landing on me. I mean, not so much now, but when I was little, I had to be like a cocoon inside with nothing around me. Oh my goodness. I'm a little bit like that in Puerto Rico though. Like I want to get one of those netted tents for our bed, and my honey's like, that's ridiculous, Leanna. No. So, not that I have praying mantis and big bugs there. That's not the reason. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, you won't get bit by mosquitoes. Not that I have many there, but there are mosquitoes. There's mosquitoes, you know. That's just how it is when you live on a tropical island. That's why they make mosquito tents. But part of it is I think I still am a little scarred with that praying mantis visiting me. Everybody was trying to make sure, and I understood that was a lucky thing that happened to me. Yes, Pat, they were all saying that to me. Just look at that. You're a little kid living in Brooklyn. You don't see much nature, and that thing is at you. Yeah, I don't know. And it wasn't attacking me. It just must have just like, I don't know, flew, whatever. When I screamed, the thing, you know, like flew kind of off me and then went on, I had poster, like a poster bed. So it went on the posts, like on the bed post. Yeah. It was, that's my story of a praying mantis situation. Hola, Johnny. All right, so here we go. Let's go to this. So, 2. Which of these statements about mantises is not true? A, they are skilled flyers. B, they have been known to eat birds. Or C, they have a poisonous bite. Which of these statements is not true? See, I knew I was going to need 6 strips. I went into the strip, not too much, but enough that there was going to be no way if I divided it in 5 that I could. I'm going to put this last one. So I still have 2 more. I still have 2 more borders that need to go on here. So this will be in my scrap bin. But I have this one on here. It goes all the way around. So we're looking like this so far. And then what we're going to need is this little piece. This is going to be cut in 1.5 inch strips or 1 3/4 inch. And then this will be, I think we decided this was going to be a 3.5 inch. And that should get me to close enough to 60 by 80. If it's off an inch, it's going to be okay, she told me. So the answer is, everyone has C and B and C seems to be the best. So they are skilled flyers because we lived on the, theoretically, it's called the 2nd floor, but it was really the 3rd floor. So that praying mantis flew in Brooklyn. Where was it living? Like, yes, we had trees in our area of Brooklyn. There was trees. There was there's lots of trees down the street. My guess is that's where it lived. But it flew from there into my bedroom. So yes, they are good flyers. They have been known to eat birds. I did not know that. Maybe that's why every so often there'd be a pigeon missing there in, because, you know, we had pigeons. Maybe there'd be a pigeon missing every so often. Good to know. The praying mantis probably have eaten it. But C, they have poisonous bites. That's false. And thank God, because it was in my room. So, and I'm still here. I'm still alive. All right, you ready? Name the 2008 animated movie in which a praying mantis belongs to a martial arts group known as the Furious Five. Hi, E-Marie. The Furious Five. Praying mantis. I'm liking this. And I like that it's geometric. I think a teen will really like this, especially if they like purple. Okay, let's see how many inches we have of this. So I can figure out if it's 1 3/4 or 1 1.5. So I have 9 inches. This is 9.5. And this side says 10. Okay, so we're going to go by 9.5, and the center has 9.5. Okay, so we have clear 9.5 divided by 6 is 1.5 inches. We're going to go with 1.5 inches all the way around of this color now, this fabric. Wow, I didn't know what? Oh, could eat birds? Yeah, right? I didn't know that either until today. So here we are, Kung Fu Panda. Everyone says Kung Fu Panda, and it is Kung Fu Panda. So with that said, it is 8:02. I need to go to work. Those kiddos are looking for me. Are you doing a 3-yard pattern on that and adding borders? Sorry, just joined. Yes, I am. I don't remember what the 3-yard 3-yard pattern is. This was a sample I made for them. This book already came out. That's why I can show you. I just did a book for them in which I absolutely love this pattern for Quilts of Valor. I'm so dying to make it in Quilts of Valor color, like you have no idea, and I can't until that book comes out. Oh my goodness. Yes, if I was to make it, it'd have to be sworn to secrecy, but I could never show it on here. But it's so cool. But anyway, everyone have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. If you don't mind giving me the thumbs up on your way out, sharing me out to everyone so that I can be found by other people, and have just a wonderful day. So see you all soon. Again, collecting still the baby quilts. And if you want to send me a teen top, you may. And then I do have a post with my links to both my Amazon and PayPal. So that's it. That's all she wrote. Have a great day. Bye-bye.